What if Genesis holds secret patterns that could change how you see the entire Bible? Let's decode them together. Hidden codes in Genesis. The 7 patterns you missed. The book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, is a wellspring of ancient wisdom, narratives, and symbolism. For centuries, theologians, scholars, and even mathematicians have pored over its texts, discovering layers of meaning that extend far beyond the literal. Amidst its stories of creation, covenants, and family lineages lie hidden codes and patterns that reveal deeper insights into humanity, divinity, and the nature of existence. In this exploration, we uncover 7 hidden patterns in Genesis that you may have missed. The numerical symmetry of 7. From the 7 days of creation to the repeated appearances of the number 7 throughout Genesis, this number symbolizes completeness and divine perfection. The creation narrative itself is structured with numerical precision. The original Hebrew text consists of carefully crafted sentences where word counts, syllables, and even letters follow mathematical patterns. This numerical structure is not merely decorative but reinforces the themes of order, balance, and divine intentionality. The chiastic structures. Chiastic structures are literary devices where ideas are presented in a particular order and then mirrored in reverse order. Genesis employs this technique frequently, creating symmetrical patterns that highlight key messages. For instance, the story of Noah and the flood, Genesis 6-9, follows a chiastic structure, with the flood narrative centered on God remembering Noah. This central axis emphasizes divine faithfulness amid chaos. The hidden names prophecy. Genealogies in Genesis are often skimmed over, but they contain hidden messages. When the meanings of the names in the genealogy from Adam to Noah are translated and read as a sentence, they form a prophetic statement about redemption. This pattern suggests a hidden narrative thread that foreshadows future biblical events and reinforces the theme of salvation woven throughout Scripture. Patterns of threes. The number 3 often symbolizes completeness and divine action. In Genesis, significant events frequently occur in threes: 3 visitors to Abraham, 3 days of travel to Mount Moriah, and 3 key patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These triads are not accidental but serve to underscore divine involvement and pivotal moments in the unfolding biblical story. Symbolic geography. The locations mentioned in Genesis are more than mere backdrops to the narrative. Each place, Eden, Babel, Canaan, Egypt, carries symbolic weight. Eden represents paradise lost, Babel symbolizes human hubris, Canaan is the land of promise, and Egypt often signifies bondage and exile. The movement between these places is a physical representation of spiritual journeys and divine lessons. The first mentions principle. A traditional hermeneutic tool, the first mention principle, suggests that the first time a concept appears in the Bible sets a precedent for its interpretation. Genesis introduces foundational concepts, light, sin, covenant, sacrifice, that echo throughout Scripture. The first mention of sacrifice, for example, in God's provision of clothing for Adam and Eve, subtly points to the future theme of atonement through sacrifice. Etymological mysteries. The Hebrew language is rich with layers of meaning, and Genesis is filled with wordplays and etymological insights. Names, places, and even everyday objects carry deeper meanings when analyzed in their original language. The name Eve, for instance, comes from a root meaning life, reflecting her role as the mother of all living. Such linguistic nuances offer a treasure trove of hidden insights. The book of Genesis is far more than a collection of ancient stories. Through its hidden codes, numerical patterns, and symbolic structures, it offers profound insights into divine truths and human nature. These 7 patterns merely scratch the surface, inviting readers to delve deeper into the mysteries of this foundational text. Whether viewed through the lens of faith, literature, or history, Genesis continues to inspire wonder and exploration, proving that its secrets are still waiting to be fully uncovered. The number 7 frequently appears in Genesis, symbolizing completeness and divine perfection. The creation narrative spans 7 days, with God resting on the 7th, establishing a pattern for the Sabbath, Genesis 2 verses 2 to 3. This underscores the importance of rest and sanctity in human life, reflecting a divine order. Genesis 5 presents a genealogy from Adam to Noah. When the meanings of the names are translated, they convey a prophetic message. Man is appointed mortal sorrow, but the blessed God shall come down, teaching that his death shall bring the despairing rest. This hidden message emphasizes God's plan for redemption and offers hope amidst human suffering. Scholars have identified numerical patterns within the Hebrew text of Genesis. For instance, the first verse comprises 28 letters, 7 by 4, and 7 words, reflecting a deliberate design that highlights the theme of completeness. Such patterns suggest an intentional structuring, inviting readers to delve deeper into the text's divine inspiration. Other numbers in Genesis carry symbolic weight. The number 40, for example, is associated with periods of testing and transformation, as seen in the 40 days and nights of rain during the flood, Genesis 7 verse 12. Recognizing these numerical symbols can enhance our comprehension of the narratives and their underlying messages. Repetition of themes and events serves to reinforce key lessons. The stories of Abraham and Isaac both include accounts of their wives being presented as sisters, Genesis 12 verses 10 to 20, 26:1-11. These parallels highlight human fallibility and the recurring need for divine intervention and grace. Names in Genesis often carry meanings that reflect character destinies or divine purposes. For example, Abraham means father of many, signifying his role in the establishment of many nations, Genesis 17 verse 5. Understanding these name meanings provides insight into the narrative's deeper significance and God's overarching plan. In conclusion, the hidden codes and patterns in Genesis are not mere literary devices but serve to convey profound spiritual truths. They invite readers to engage with the text on a deeper level, uncovering the intricate design that points to divine authorship and the timeless lessons intended for humanity. If you loved discovering these hidden gems, hit like and subscribe for more biblical mysteries revealed.